Greetings and welcome. Thank y'all for stopping by here on YouTube Live at The Real Bloom from Within Love. I go by Bloomy, and anything you guys need to know about me should be listed in the description box. And hope y'all doing wonderful and well, wherever you are on the globe, wherever you are on this glorious day. The original air date is, let's see, April the 22nd, 2022. And where I am located, it is, I want to say, is it 9 or 10? 10 o'clock p.m. Okay. But depending on where you are, that doesn't matter. Anyway, this is a very unique reading. I know you guys see COVID-19, the fear has caused the unawakened to go into madness, go straight into madness, you guys. And so, believe it or not, this is going to be a more compassionate reading because before I got ready for the reading, I was kind of guided into, I was picking up some decks and it cut at health and then compassion, health and compassion. And so when, that whole fear, COVID-19, and then, it's fear, a lot of fear came out of that. And, it hit everybody, right? But the unawakened, and what I simply mean by unawakened is just a term, for those that are still maybe just plugged into the matrix program. They're not consciously ascending. They work primarily from the lower chakras. And so if that's the case, if you're locked into that, anytime a fear-mongering energy or program appears on the globe, then you're going to be one that may kick into that fight, flight, and freeze, which leads into what? The madness. The madness created a lack of compassion. Okay. In certain locations, a little more than others. Okay. But certainly globally. Right. And what we started to see, I feel like my guides are giving me that, those that are on this conscious ascension path, divine feminines, divine masculines versus karmics. Okay. So the karmics that surround the paths of divine feminines and divine masculines, this is where it got really dark for them. Okay, this is what triggered and provoked them even more. Because as they watched divines start to heal, awaken, and ascend, because they were unawakened, that whole COVID-19, the fear and the economy and all those things changing, it put folks into hypervigilant stress, that panting, like do or die energy, which made them even more uncompassionate, if that's even a word, than they were before. Okay, so this is why the last few years have seemed, especially for those on divine paths, super, super crazy. Okay. And for the karmics that were into like spell works and things like that, this is where that whole stuff kicked into high gear. This is when they started getting into secret societies, blood rituals and sacrifices, and all sorts of things to survive. It's sad, I know. But dark spiritualists, or should I say distorted spiritualists, um, trying to survive because, business was not booming the way it used to, right? COVID hit, a whole lot changed economically. So if you didn't have integrity and your heart chakra wasn't awakened and there wasn't a level of development there and you were connected to that arena, you could have slipped into, or people around you could have slipped into some pretty dark stuff that hurt many, many lives, many lives. And some people kept this stuff hidden because they didn't want nobody to know that they were just going around casting spells to make people like them, to make people attracted to them, to make people buy them things, to make people sign contracts and agree with things. Okay. And so it became a way of life for a lot, and they became very addicted to that kind of behavior and lifestyle. But when things got even more tough and it wasn't as simple to get the things they needed, or a little bit more resistance, and then they kind of amped it up to secret societies and sacrificing relatives, friends and relatives, um, but quietly. Okay. but quietly and secretly for exchange of money or for insurance or for whatever. I mean, not everybody's the insurance, but it's just those that were into the dark stuff really got super dark. Okay. They didn't care about your life. They just looked at you like, it's that the Walking Dead energy. They're walking, but they're dead. They're walking and they're just looking for their meal. They're just looking to survive. And, quite frankly, they just don't really care about who they hurt in the process. Okay. Um, but they have to keep up the appearance, because you can't just come off like that. Ain't nobody finna want to be bothered with you if you're just coming off straight away like that. So they target the divines. See, this is how they were able to just shift the energy to, okay, it's the divine's fault, because divines are on unique paths. They embrace their authenticity. They're free from the matrix. They're not into organized man-made religion. They know that they're connected to source, so they don't care about people quoting this and that and judging them. And so because of that, a lot of the karmic energies in those arenas, you scapegoated divine beings so that all of the hate and the cyber stalking, the bullying and the harassment and the blame of black magic, right? Black magic would go to the divines when it was them. Okay. So we're just going to get into some overall energy about, kind of what was going on, what drives people, what kicks them into that gear, right? During this time. Okay. And I want to say I have some stones out that you guys know I love crystals, but today I have them out for different reasons. Okay. Of course, I got the black tourmaline. This is all about, grounding and transmuting that negative energy, boy. Okay, so I have a couple pieces. One of them is mixed with mica. Okay, and so this is all about abundance and prosperity. So I have those out together. In the middle, I have my good old Kambaba Jasper, right? This is a beautiful, fast-moving energy, but it's very cleansing of the aura, cleansing of the heart chakra, all sorts of, benefits with this particular stone. Okay. If you want to know more, look into it. And then lastly, this is especially needed today for those of you who are going through, just loss. Okay. It just loss, one thing after the other, chaos, endings. You know what I'm saying? If you resonated with a couple of readings I've already put up, you may have a lot of things going on. People still sending distorted energy and they're still going to get their asses whooped for it. And when I'm released and loosed, I'll be going off again. It ain't going to stop, because this is what's been the problem. The ferociousness is coming in against people who are still staying in that energy, even though the truth is they just need to awaken and heal. Okay. But for right now, I'm guided to focus more in on those that are divine feminines and masculines, but maybe wounded, maybe tired, maybe exhausted, because you were the target. You've been harassed. You've been, you know, spells cast on you from the Walking Dead. You've been bullied. You've been scapegoated. You've been people in your energy fucking with this, fucking with that. And so now there's a lot of release, because some of these energies are passing away. Like I said, and many more will continue to. Um, those that are insistent on living in that energy, these secret societies, these dark witch covens, all that stuff. But it got heightened through that COVID-19. And see, to me, it was all the test, because it's easy to have a building that says Reiki Center, 101, right? Reiki Master to the 13th power, right? Or, church so and so. And, all those things are easy to have and say and accomplish. Anybody can go online and register and become something and get a skill. Anybody could, if you got a decent, sufficient amount of money, or a partner to help you go and get you a building and get you all the things, So at the end of the day, that does not mean that that person is awakening and ascending and maintaining their own soul's progression continually. And so when the COVID hits, then this is where all of it's going to come out. Because when people resort to use their practice, okay, I'm Reiki Master, center number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but yet I got me and 5 of my gals that do rituals and sacrifices and energy harvesting. So how is that healing and awakening? It's not. It's fraud, because people are trusting in these people with their lives and their energy, and instead they're being exploited. Okay. And it was due to, again, people's fear. It's going to always go back to the fear and ego, because why else would you feel the need to do it? If you were awakened and ascending and knew who you were and aligning, then why do you feel you need to do black magic then? Why do you feel you need to be worried about someone else's progression or speaking over someone else's progression? If you are, why? And see, hopefully some people are starting to come out of that, realizing like, wait a minute, I spend too much time worrying about someone else's success and victory and what someone else is doing and what someone else has got. I spend too much time trying to compare myself to this one and that one. I spend too much time, like maybe if I heal and tap in, I'll realize that, I can co-create in abundance from my heart, releasing the attachment and the need, right? And so we're just going to get some energy there. But I brought out some, I got my pink moonstone. No, it's pink or peach. And then I have, this is the raw form. And then I have my aquamarine. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's a polish, but it's aquamarine. And these two are for emotions, man. Oh my God. The peach is just to soothe and for compassion, right? The turbulent energy you may be feeling, okay, and the emotions for yourself, okay, for whatever this is you're going through. And then also the aquamarine is all about emotion and water, but it's good for the throat chakra. So it's calming. It's helping you to be able to know your truth, speak your truth, be okay with your truth, accept your truth, right? So I just wanted to bring these in to bring some like, oh, it's been a hell of a ride here. But, the purging has to happen. There's a lot of resistance. The Walking Dead, just like if we want to equate it to The Walking Dead, guys, that image, like they have to be put down. Why do they have to be put down? Because they won't stop. They are a virus that will not quit until exterminated. And I know that sounds very, if you can just equate that to energy and the reality of the stuff we deal with and not attach our emotion to the memories and what we had, it's like, just realizing and calling things for what they were. I'm sure, if we were in the Walking Dead series and, that's your person and your family, you may look at them, but I promise you, like, as you're looking at them after they get bit and they come back up as the as the walker, you understand that it's do or die. Like they're just there to eat you. They're there to take you out. They're there to use you for parts and services there. Okay. That's it. And either you're going to take them out or they're going to take you out. That's until somebody takes them out. Somebody takes them out. They're going to, because that's the only reason why they're there. And I feel like some of us are going to need to ask our guides, source, archangels, ascended masters for a lot of help and strength to get into neutral and to some degree detach. Like feel our emotions behind the scene because we need to process, right? But to some degree detach, okay? Because, the warning sounds have been going out for a long time. I'm not the only reader that's been saying this. It's popular. Okay, regarding karmic energies that are into, spell work and black magic and, hitmans and, all this stuff that they were doing to get wealth and fame and recognition. And it's like they have been warned for so long. And so, justice had to prevail because, it's like a virus. If we just let the Walking Dead keep walking through and nobody kills none of the walkers, then it's done. It's done. It's done for all of the human awakened beings, right? So try, if you will. Don't mean to be insensitive. I'm speaking directly to the divine feminines and masculines. I'm certainly not meaning to be insensitive to any children and uh innocent loved ones. Okay. All right. The Walking Dead, COVID-19, how fear came in and drove the unawakened into madness. All right, so let's get some energy here, guys. All right. So we're going to get first some driving energy in terms of like, what got people into this lack of compassion, man, right? What was going on from the behavioral health deck? I'm going to use, the behavioral health deck to see what basic emotion was like the driving force to start people to being like more and more stone, callous, lack of concern for anyone else, right? To get people to default more and more into karmic settings and energy. Okay. Oh shit, what the hell? Oh, I forgot I put that up. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, 19. Well, I actually laughed. Lord have mercy. Okay. Hadn't done that much. Okay. Today. Well, I mean, a little, but it's breaking through. All right, 19. What's the overall basic emotion that led people into this fear, which led them into this lack of compassion, which affected basically health, joy, family matters? Yeah. See, we got joy that came out. So there was a lack of joy and something to do with family matters. So people were sad about family, situations during this time, this COVID. Let's see. Yeah. Ah, okay. And some I have shame at the bottom of the deck. And it's in reverse. So what happened is that people went into just seeking pleasure and addiction and was shameless. Okay. The families were affected by this lack of compassion and concern. This fear drove people into addictions. Okay. Many addictions, pleasure seeking, partying, escaping, shamelessly due to hide something here. Okay. They were, they were trying to get away from the shame that they felt, some people. Okay. Okay. So that lack of compassion led people to do a lot of shameful things. Okay. Just to get themselves happy, to make themselves happy there. Okay. All right. So let's keep it pushing. Man. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Give me a second. All right. So let's see what else. Light team. So for the joy here, let's look. Faith. It was a lack of faith or faith in the wrong things. Yeah, brain circuitry. Yeah, overthinking, lack of faith made them sad and caused them to do things just to feel good, shameful things just to feel good. Okay. And they were trying to hide the shame. Okay. What else we have for shame in reverse? Neutrality. Okay. Fell over here. Hold on. Yeah. So in this case with the neutrality, it led some people into kind of like, not in the good sense of neutrality, it led them into a I don't care because I need to get my fortune here. Okay. It led them, I don't care. I'm gonna do shameful acts. I don't care because I want my money. Like, yeah, they didn't, so it led people to thievery. So this COVID-19 energy, this is where the lack of compassion came in, drove folks into madness. So people started stealing other people's fortune. Yeah, they were imbalanced. People were imbalanced here. Yeah, they just wanted abundance. People start panting after trying to get abundance. Okay. Wow. All right. So don't worry. At the end, I'm going to get some type of a kind of oracle card or something if I'm guided to, like, okay, for the divine feminines and masculines, I feel like maybe this is just to help you all understand why people probably treated you the way they did. Okay. I really feel like that because, you know, we're still humans and we bleed and we hurt, even if you are somewhat awakened and you understand things, you're just like, goodness gracious. Like some of us your head may spin like, is it really that deep? You know, because I know I said that like 1,000 times this past year, you know, like I couldn't understand. Um, and so I feel like this reading may be for divine feminines and masculines. Like, look, this had a lot to do with a global thing. And if karmics were already in a low energy anyway, then it just got amplified for them. So whatever was going on to begin with, COVID hit, it kicked it into full gear, especially when, like I said, the economy hit and changed and they couldn't as easily flow and get and manifest. So it kicked them into desperation. If I got to steal your man, or at least attempt to, if I got to put spells on everybody, if I had to do some dream swapping, switching, and all sorts of things, like it just got people doing very crazy things. And unfortunately, it hurt a lot of lives. Okay. And divines, these individuals just lacked faith. They could have been religious, but that was just it. That was the full extent. It was religion, because if they really had faith, faith would allow you to not be driven to do such things. And that's something people don't get. A lot of people talk about, okay, the religion, this and this and this, but if you have real faith, source, light energy, then you are not driven to go into the madness. You're not driven that way. You could, because there's something inside of you that keeps you in alignment to let you know that, hey, if I stay here and I keep doing the work, I'm okay. It's to reveal that these folks were unawakened, okay, and not connected, right? So to help divines understand, like, these people they were sad people who lacked faith. They did not believe in source. They had religion and Bibles or sage bundles or whatever it was, but they were not connected. Not if they went into the madness and lacked compassion and started doing very heinous things to people. No, they were not. Okay. Um, with the neutrality, they just didn't have no feeling about the shameful things they did. The shame is in reverse. They didn't care. Okay. They covered the stuff well. So that's why you guys experienced what you experienced. Okay. Divine feminine, divine masculines, because this is where people were when you're dealing with karmic energies. Okay. Ancestors. Okay. Here we go. Here it is. I was waiting for it. Here it is. Compassion. I said it earlier. Compassion and the ancestors. Ancestors were trying to work with a lot of people during this time, especially this COVID, and everybody got, just it went to madness. Folks' ancestors was like, look, it's time to wake up. Okay. They were trying to show compassion to them, and they were also trying to show them that they needed to be compassionate. Okay. Compassionate action should still be involved with a human being. If we're not, predators in the jungle, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're still saying you're a human on earth, shouldn't there be some, no matter what your background is, it's like, shouldn't you? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. They lacked insight. Some of them were disconnected from their ancestors because they had went too far. So their ancestors, um, yeah, man, some of them, because some of them did some stuff. Ancestors was like, okay, you didn't messed up. You didn't messed up because we're trying to restore peace here, and here you are doing all this crazy. Okay, the ancestors was trying to get folks to realize that they needed insight. If they would have gotten insight from their ancestors, okay, about how could they get to their peace, because they had worries, they had concerns, like who didn't during all of this, time. And so ancestors kept like, listen, you need insight with this 11. There's that 11 energy. You need insight about a new beginning, about awakening, because you'll find peace, we promise. We promise, we promise, we promise. If you just allow yourself to follow your soul's guidance to ascend, let go of everything you've been so hardwired to because it's fuck shit. Be willing to just let it go. And yeah, the people, they didn't want to do it, yeah, soul journey. Oh, thank you, spirit guys. I can't make it up. Okay. They kept trying to get people, listen, this is the time to go on your soul's journey. Shoot. It's time, because it's fixing to be a trip out here. Okay. Whoop. Like somebody I laughed. Oh my God. Somebody needed clarity about their soul's journey. See, people were in confusion about who they were, their purpose, so full of religion and one thing and another. Okay. And look, no qualms. Y'all, if you follow me long enough, you get me. I feel like you just got your right to live your get down. Okay. Now, you hear me say another song or sing another song when there's violations to people. That don't play. Then you're going to hear me go like, boom. You'll hear me just come with them hammers. Like, no, nobody's got the right to do pick parts like this is the junkyard and shit. Okay. It's like, come on. Now you done fucked up in Bloomy's eyes. Okay. but outside of that, it's just like, I feel like, hey, I don't need to understand. Ain't my business. That's their journey. They'll have to deal with that. Right. But the ancestors were trying to help folks like, look, let it go, let go, let it go. Come on, come on. What you believe in, come on, let it go. You're panting over here to survive and you're killing yourself here. Okay. And you're willing to kill anybody. You didn't win a little, you didn't fucked up. Now we wants to help, but you get you the clarity, So it's like, I feel like for a while, ancestors was like, guys, it's like, oh my God. And then it got painful because, I think, especially when the innocents, like innocent children or those that are disabled and, certain ones that can't defend and protect themselves. And you got people that's trying to use them as pick parts. You know what I'm saying? Or just sending distortion to them because they are that gone and they just don't care. And I think that's when that veracity, you guys heard veracity, you'll hear veracity from me again. It's because it's when my guidance system is kicking in, my ancestors are like, rah, it's like to let people know, like, don't think because somebody is healed and awakened that they can't handle you. Because, what I'm saying? It's like, it's that kind of energy, I promise you. But that's not my normal setting. So, some people got stuck at a crossroads, and I understand that too, right? Collective, it's like shit, COVID, money and shit. Like, whoa, what we finna do? Shit, fuck me. And let's see here. Yeah, most of us got there, and that's how some started their awakening, right? A lot of people got catapulted into their awakening through COVID, realizing like this shit getting real, man. This shit getting real. I call them the COVID relationships. I used to joke like back in 2020, man. I was joking about this shit. I was like, okay, here we go. Watch this. COVID relationships. Everybody in love. Come on, let's get married and shit. Whoop, whoop. Like everybody was getting. I was laughing about it because I saw straight through the shit. I ain't gonna lie. I saw it. I was like, man, what? I bet you. Bet Bet if all shit was different, none of this would be happening. Ain't nobody in love, ain't nobody talking, none of that. Because it went into that survival energy. It became about that. One more thing from here so I can move on, please. What else we got here? Soul's journey and this light. Is that it? One more, please. Maybe not, because it's a lot of resistance. Hold on. Okay, nope. I just heard them say, they said it's because people were resistant to surrender into their soul's journey. People were imbalanced. Wow. And lacked boundaries. Some people crossed people's boundaries. Some people lacked boundaries, and that created a disturbance and balance here. Oh, here come the light bringer. Here come the light bringer right here. Whoa. Light bringers was in the house like, hello. Light bringers started look, y'all, this is what happened. Divine feminines and masculines, y'all learned how to release during the COVID because you're a light bringer, right? Whoa, and had boundaries. And this is how you found balance, but people couldn't understand that. The unawakened did not understand that. They would look at some divines like, what are they doing? Are they doing black magic? Even accuse some of you of it. But it's like, see, that was that lack of insight about the soul's journey. They just looked. I'm like, well, why? And, all of that. And it's like, no, divines went through a rebirth, man. They learned how to love themselves and was like, okay, whoa. But again, karmics and unawakened would sit back and evaluate. And this triggered them even more because you already got this fear energy, this COVID fear. Okay. The economy has changed. So all of the ways in which things was normally working was a little bit more challenging for most. So these folks became shameless, lacking faith, just looking for pleasure, right? Yeah. Bleak, no feelings. This is where they lost the compassion. This is where it happened. Neutral, bleak. Yeah. Because they kept comparing. And see, that's another trap. Oh, that's one of the biggest traps in the world. If you want to be all crossed up in the head and pissed and all some other shit, start comparing, right? Because it's like, it makes you feel, when we sit down and compare, it makes us feel like, it always seemed to make us feel like we missing something. And that's a robbery to you. This is what gets us trapped in this whole saga. It's like, fuck that shit. Fuck that. At the end of the day, it's like, wonderful, great. Are you happy? That okay, wonderful, because I just want to be somewhere. Okay, nobody's gonna got no time for all this. It's too much. It's too much. Okay. Yeah, they said, yeah. They said the same thing. I hear them over and over. They lacked insight about their soul's journey and about how to find balance and peace. They thought it was just, if you just keep on looking for more money, if you just get enough money so that you can just stack it up so that way you don't got to work no more. That way you can just sit back. If you could, shit, get somebody killed off and get their insurance money or some shit. Whoop. Like they just went into this whole, it's heartless. But yeah. Okay, if you guys want me to go clinical and scientific, their parasympathetic functionality was not on. They're in their sympathetic function in that vagus nerve there, which is the fight, flight, freeze response, default setting animal. Please do your research. That is the animalistic setting. What does that mean though? See, we say the words, but it's like, okay, do you really know what I'm saying when I say that? Because what I'm really saying is that means there is no moral code. And it's not meant to be insulting. It's simply because the thing, it's set there, which means that the drive. like an animal would. Think about it. If you was in the wilderness and you were an animal, and you know, your nature designed you to have certain things inside so you can sense danger. That's what they're talking about. Also, so that you can survive. Like if there was an issue of famine and a plague. So it, in that, it's like, okay, you're in the jungle. You show nothing, it's gonna go eat whatever that is across over there by that bridge. Okay. It ain't gonna be no, oh, I don't want to eat the pretty thing. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds funny, but if we equate that to it's the real in the regular world, 3D on with the humans, okay? Only the humans are more sophisticated, so they can put on the costume because they do need to get their prey. You're not going to get your prey by acting like an animal. You're going to have to get your prey by acting like a friend. Okay, because you do have to get close enough to them. Because yeah, y'all, come on. Whoa, COVID. This fear that brought in this lack of compassion solutions. They didn't have any solutions. People felt low on solutions and desperate for solutions to their financial situations. Didn't realize that if they would go on their soul's journey, they would find their own special abundance. That is a most kept secret, is what I've discovered personally. The best kept secrets going on right now is that one's abundance, that they don't have to steal, that they don't have to sell their soul for, that they don't have to try to sell somebody else's soul for, that they don't have to, you know what I'm saying, manipulate and dominate and crisscross applesauce and do all this weird shit. You don't have to do none of that. You don't have to be afraid of the competitors in the field. Oh, they do what you do. Oh God, let's kill them. Let's fucking stalk them and talk trash on them. Like, if you're really in your alignment, your special abundance that's just for you, whatever that means for you, is linked to your soul's journey. If you surrender into it in love, oh my God, as I just saw that, in love, as you surrender to it in love, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, the spirit guides, like grounding yourself, working with spirit guides, and you get insight. People didn't realize that if they would have grounded themselves in love, loving action, working with their spirit guides here, they would have gotten the insight they needed so desperately, okay, for soul healing here, clarity, right? For manifestation, realizing that they could have manifested more easily if they would have relaxed, followed their soul's journey in healing, okay, a little healthy fun, and then they would have went into manifestation. They wouldn't have had to do a lot of heinous things and work their tails to the bone to where they can't stand the sight of nobody, and just yeah, it's a trip. All right, let me keep it pushing here. All right, let's move these. They lacked faith. They lacked emotion. They didn't care. They just looked for what made them happy. They didn't care. They were shameless. Tried to hide the shame by numbing out. Didn't care about who they hurt. Was oblivious to their own purpose and their soul's journeys. Okay, this is what gets people in lack of compassion. Walking Dead. COVID-19, fear created the Walking Dead. Okay, even more so. Even more so. All right. Hold on, guys. Okay, so this is the end. They want me to save this one to the end to give Divine Feminine and Masculine some advice card there at the very end. And let's get into some tarot, Kipper, and situations. Okay, so let's see through the Kipper. Okay, look at death. Yeah. I have gift and the coffin here. Some people fought so hard to their death, man. looking for, yeah, or trying to hold on to stuff. Yep. Yeah. That wasn't theirs. They did honorable things that ancestors did not approve of. Yeah. Yeah. So they start thinking about, like, who can I kill off? Who can I kill off so that more could be for me? That's that animalistic attitude. If anybody's in that energy, you should know that you're in your ego. You're in your lower ego. Because when you're in ascension, you don't look for ways to harm people. You don't look for ways to off somebody. You don't look for ways to take from others. Okay. Yeah. Courthouse. So some people had like legal issues and things. Yeah. They were messing with documents and playing with statements and so forth so they can stay out of poverty here. Okay. Manipulating the court systems and yeah. And they didn't care. Message of concern is in reverse. They didn't care about, forging people's names or forging documents. And it just became about thievery. And yeah, because they were afraid of poverty. But that's poverty in itself, right? Yeah. Unexpected income. And if they knew somebody was expecting something, then honey child, you became their next meal ticket put on the market, you know. Yeah, a house, if they knew somebody was expecting money from a house, whether this was purchasing a house, selling a house, dividends with the house, I don't know. Okay. Maybe somebody was trying to rent a house and make money, sell a house here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, courthouse, message of concern, unexpected income. So, what played out with some of these folks, these walking deads? COVID-19, fear, driven them madness. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands. So they were always planning and strategizing for this pentacle. Okay. It became all about that. You guys notice you don't see no heart or emotion energy out here, right? What does it tell you? Again, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Cups in reverse. They just did not, it wasn't about missing love. They didn't want to miss the opportunity of a pentacle. So people started holding on to connections that they never really wanted. They held on to things because they didn't want somebody else to get something. Okay. Yep. That's just the pinnacle. Had nothing to do with love. Yep. They didn't want to lose power and control. So people were willing to do anything to not lose power and control over whatever the pinnacle was here. Okay. Spell work, lie, manipulate, anything. Okay. Yeah. So here's the black magic. And I just said a magician in reverse. So if they had to do black magic, then they're going to have to do black magic. That's how they felt. Yep. There's the karmic feminine energy. Yeah. And there's the Seven of Cups to create illusions and confusions with the moon. Yeah. To hide things, to create confusion for the Empress. Yeah. Empress knows what they did with her pinnacle, her money. Yeah. Also for some, yeah, I see it. I see it. Okay, courthouse. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. I told y'all it's going to be about the Benjamins, right? Family situation, money, a house. Whoa. That's what it's all about. Yeah. But divines, you guys are going to find balance, okay, after all of this. Okay, I have patience here. You guys are going to find balance. But they were trying to slow stuff down because they wanted the pentacle, okay? But they can't block you guys anymore. I do have Two of Wands in reverse. And maybe you already knew that and they already knew that. So they were still trying to slow things down, but they can't. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune wasn't in their favor or something. Something got blocked. Okay. King of Swords could have blocked a death or something. They were trying to kill the King of Swords and that got blocked. Oh, but King of Swords. King of Swords is sad about a death though. Yeah. A karmic situation that, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune was, yeah, it's in reverse, it's karmic. And the blockage is removed and balance could be restored, but there is a natural sadness. And that's why I was guided to bring in compassion here. Yeah, Five of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, but Five of Wands is in reverse. That's the struggle with these three people is over. Yeah, Six of Wands reverse. Chariot reverse. Yeah. But, you know, all these people, it's because, again, they're not awakened and they are in that, you know, the Walking Dead energy here. Message of concern, reverse. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. So they didn't care, you know, about how someone not talking to somebody or giving the truth to somebody made somebody sad and weak. And that's because, again, for them, it's just all about money. Yeah. They didn't care who they burdened, you know, that people was burdened down by the truth. Someone was burdened by the truth here. Okay. Yeah. Unexpected income. Yeah. Five of Swords reverse. Knight of Wands reverse. Yeah. So they, you know, people in that energy just wanted to win at all costs. They didn't want to lose. They didn't want the Knight of Wands energy to go anywhere. They wanted someone to stay in the Knight of Wands so that they can always kind of have some access to their energy and their income. Yeah, Queen of Swords reverse. They didn't want to be cut off. They didn't want balance, you know. Divine Feminine and Masculines, you guys are getting balance restored though, okay? Okay, could I get one more on the Ten of Pentacles? Wealth. Ten of Pentacles, wealth. Yes, yeah. They don't, yeah. They didn't want, some people were investing in the wrong things here. They didn't want it to end with the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they were toxic, devilish. There's that devilish attachment to money, to wealth, to stuff, and willing to do anything for it, right? Yeah. But look at Ace of Wands. There's no new beginning for that kind of energy. Okay. Yeah, it's darkness. Sun is in reverse. Yeah. Completion. Four of Wands is over. Cut. Yep. All the lies. Yeah. Calmer waters is coming. Okay, you guys. Uh, Page of Pentacles here with message of concern reverse. Page of Pentacles here with message of concern reverse. Queen of Cups. The Moon. They didn't care about, you know, trying to off the Queen of Cups, the lies that they told on the Queen of Cups here, the moon magic here, the things they've done in secret. Yep, there's the Empress. A mother was lying on her daughter secretly, and they didn't care. That's because they were gone. They just wanted money. Whatever deal, wherever that fit for them. A karmic mother. Yeah, a karmic mother told somebody to not apologize. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep. But you guys are gonna, the Empress is in the upright. See what we have here. What else do we have for Five of Swords, Nine of Wands? Yep, here's the devil. I told y'all. Yeah, so they're toxic. You know, people in that Walking Dead, COVID-19 fear, lack of compassion, they just don't care. Okay, devilish attachment. Okay, always wanting attention here. Yeah, wanting to keep the truth away from the star. The star is going to get her truth and all her shit. Seven of Cups, confused. Or wanted to confuse perhaps someone that was in hermit mode. That could be masculine. Yeah, and there it is, Emperor. Wanting the Emperor to not have control over themselves. Yeah, they wanted to keep the Emperor in confusion with the Seven of Cups. Control over the Emperor so he can choose the karmic lover. Ending in Patrol, Ten of Swords. Yeah. Yep. And it's due to everything that I said earlier, you guys. So let me get some situations on here, and then we're going to get the final messages, advice for divines, okay, for divine feminines and masculines pertaining to dealing with these Walking Dead. COVID-19 fear drove these people, the unawakened, into crazy madness, okay? This madness, some supreme darkness that's just unmentionable, that no one would ever even think people would resort to doing, because it's so easily hidden, you know, easily disguised. Yep. Divine feminine and masculine. Hope, praying and yearning, reconciliation, spiritual union, soul contract. So just meditate and pray. There's a coming together here, if that's what you guys want. After all of this. And see, I think all those individuals were working against that. Yeah. Masculine, you could have been in a pressure cooker ready to explode. Feminine, you too, because there was just too much toxic energy surrounding it, too much spell work, you know. Yeah. Talk, conversation, get on the same page. Yeah, they didn't want that. You know, whoever these people are in The Walking Dead here, they didn't, yeah, they didn't want that. Sad. Okay. So with this first column, light team, the courthouse, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Courthouse, Ten of Pentacles. Yep. See, they kept fucking with people's mind, okay, to keep people confused about what to invest in. That's what they did. That was the root of the situations with a lot of you. Karmic energies and that fear and ego, Walking Dead energy started sending telepathic messages and mind control because they are dark. Like I said, people practice the dark shit. So that was confusing people as to what they should invest in here. But what they didn't bank on is that if it was divines, there's still like this loophole that they were able to get through to each other here because they're on an ascension. See, the divines have honored their path. And this is what people need to realize. It's not about being better. It's about find who you are and find your path and embrace it and ascend. But you have to do that on your own. Okay. So yeah, the divines got plugged in and connected. Whoa. Masculine could have started watching some on the internet to understand ascension and all of that, and communicated something to feminine through a dream or a song. Okay. Okay. What we have for the second column? Yeah, yeah. Pressure cooker. Yeah. So these people were just pressuring, it's very sad. Pressuring. You think that they couldn't say anything. They better not say anything. Right. And it was just toxic. Very toxic. That's that fear energy. Yeah. But it's over. Okay. It's over, guys. That stuff is done. History is in reverse. It says past happened. It will not happen again. It's done. Okay. Last column. Yeah. Plugged, tuned in, internet. Yeah. And some of them were like incensed upon watching everything, that fear energy. They want to win at all cost here. Okay. But the result has ended in this. There's been a drastic, extreme, harsh cutoff. So for divines, this stuff is over. It was just simply to explain, like, COVID really kicked people into madness. People that already had a level of madness before COVID, and it just made them turn into something even more dark. Okay. In nature here. Okay. And you guys are being guided to look, don't feel some kind of way about cutting people off drastically. These things need to happen. It has emotions coming and going in reverse. And I feel like for divine feminines and masculines, listen, this is about you finding your balance. You have been on an emotional roller coaster for how long dealing with these karmic energies. And though a lot of things do end tragically, they're saying, listen, allow yourself, get yourself in a place of calm, get in nature, do some spiritual showers and baths, drink a lot of water, try to stay away from anything negative, but don't allow yourself to feel bad and get caught up, because sometimes things do need to be drastically cut off, because it's codependency. And that's the whole toxicity of the 3D base, that codependency. If you're an adult, right, then it's up to us to learn how to develop, period. And we all go through things. I could attest to this personally. I have gone through a whole lot in my life without a whole lot of hand holding. Okay. Through some of the most painful and tumultuous times of my life. And what does it tell you? It tells you that it can be done. It's up to individuals to want to heal and ascend and go within and not rely on someone external. That's codependency. Oddly enough, they project that onto divines. Okay. But no, stay in that energy. I feel like you guys are already in that energy of like, I'm okay. I'm all right. This was not, wish fulfillment. I'm done with the past. Um, yeah, it was a loss, but I wasn't learning lessons in the past, and I'm done. I know now, right? And that's the issues with these lower frequencies. They don't learn the lessons, and so they just stay in it. And then when something like COVID comes, then it's like, oh my God, it's like, it gets worse, right? Could I get one more for telepathic? Telepathic. Bounty hunter interview. Bounty hunters in reverse. Chaser hot pursuit interview. Talk, conversation, get on the same page. So I feel like, divine feminine and masculine, there was certainly some type of telepathic communication between you all to let you guys know that, yes, you guys will eventually talk and get on the same page after you guys got rid of these people that was trying to bounty hunt you and all of that. Yeah, trying to put an end to history there, to not repeat the same. Yeah. Wow, interesting. Okay, pressure cooker. Yeah, entrapment. Yeah, so you guys, somebody finally got free from that. Entrapment is in reverse. Somebody was tired of feeling entrapped in the past here. Yeah, plugged in. Yeah, history. Yeah, somebody learned something, start doing some research about history. Okay, so that it won't repeat again here. Yeah, it was a karmic. Somebody, divine feminine and masculine, maybe you both know that you guys were seriously dealing with karmic third party relationship lessons. Okay. Yeah. With the karmic feminine, which is the doppelganger, karmic feminine. Yep. That had a lot to do with the nightlife and all of that. And didn't want there to be a divorce. Like they, obsessed, didn't want there to be, and somebody realized that somebody was obsessed and didn't want there to be a divorce. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's get the final guidance here for divine feminine and masculine and see what's the 411. Just some basic intuitive messages here. Creation, enchantment. See, there's a fresh wind coming. So just hold on, guys. Divine feminine, divine masculine. All right, what we got? Just hang on in there. Okay. What's the messages, team? For divine feminines and divine masculines that have gone through these karmic things, and you guys are just simply showing them the perspective of, hey, they were unawakened. Transcendence, go on. Divine feminine, masculine, you guys are transcending. Look at an ascension. Ooh, I'm so happy. This is actually, considering all this heavy energy, man. I'm like, oh, thank God. Help us, please. Oh, our lives. Okay, let's see. It's beautiful energy. I'm proud of all of you out there, divine feminines, divine masculines, that you guys have gone through this. This was a tough one, man. You guys had some mean suckers, boy, and some dark shit around you guys that really fucked some shit up here. Yeah, compassion. Aww. Shadow, morality, and balance. Okay, so listen, there's going to be compassion for both of you, divine feminine and masculine, between the two of you. Okay, to talk about the shadow here. Okay, I have transcendence, morality, balance, shadow, and compassion. And what I feel like it's with balance in the middle here, that whatever took place in the dynamic with you all between this transcendence, dealing with morality, so anything that was immoral connected to the shadow, there's going to be compassion for that. Okay, uh between the two of you. Yeah, because this is going to help you all ascend, and it was a part of your ascension journey's process and lesson. So there is compassion available. Aww. And that's going to make you guys happy. You guys are going to be compassionate on each other for the stuffs. Oh, pretty. Oh. Aww. You guys are being guided to be compassionate with yourself and one another, and to self-care. Be compassionate with yourself. Don't beat yourself up about none of this stuff that happened here. Don't allow people, don't be around people that's trying to get you in that energy. Do not sink into that. Don't be around nobody that's trying to get you into guilt tripping and dumping on you. Walk away from those people. Okay, get along, whatever you have to do. But because it's saying self-care here. Okay, you got to take care of you now. Your responsibility is you. You. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, compassionate to yourself, compassionate to each other about this shadow energy you guys dealt with. Okay. It'll be a time that you guys get to talk, and there will be compassion. And that's a beautiful thing, man. That's rare. But, you know, what I'm learning is like, man, this whole twin flame counterpart journey is an interesting one. The whole thing is really about folks ascending, and all that stuff was shadow energy, right? And I feel like that's it's beautiful. It's beautiful energy to get balance restored. So congratulations. Okay. Divine feminine, divine masculine. And I know you guys are, working through things, restoring your health and well-being and vitality. And, certainly keep doing that. That is the main focus. Allow no one to take you off of that. Your health and well-being is vital. Okay. This has been a tumultuous ride. Enough. Let folks go and let folks handle what they need to handle. Okay. All right. And so I send you guys love and light. Again, I am proud of you guys, divine masculines, divine feminines. Hang in there. Okay. I can sense it. I feel a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's always, we got through that tumultuous storm energy and that releasing moon energy. And it was because we had to clear things out so we can make room. And lo and behold, a lot of us have released a lot of karmic lessons here. So now breathe. Take care of yourself. Okay. Love and light, guys.